This is Terror House Radio with Matt Forney and Bryden Proctor.
Yeah, welcome to a Terror House Radio episode number 10. I'm Matt Forney, your charming and loquacious host, and the founder and editor-in-chief of Terror House Press. Joining me, back again, done with pretrial motions for his DUI, the co-host and editor, producer of this program, Bryden Proctor. How you doing, Bryden? Yes, I would imagine that pre-trial motions for anything would kind of put you in that mood.
I'm a zombie this episode.
He got coronavirus in the courtroom, guys. That's why he's a zombie now.
Brain. I'm searching for brain. I went to your mom's house. She gave me brain.
Good thing that the coronavirus has left you both impotent and sterile, Bryden, so I'm not worried.
I'm your dad now. I'm your dad. I'm your dad. You gotta call me daddy, Matt.
That's a fact, by the way. The coronavirus causes sterility in men.
Yeah. It's just like fucking bonus, dude.
You won't have to worry about having any kids.
Yeah,
you know, that might be a bad thing for some of you, but I know Bryden's excited about it.
Yeah, dude, you get the flu and then you just like cough up your balls. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I mean it's you're less likely to die from it than you are from cutting your own balls off.
Yeah. I mean that's probably true of most things.
Well, I mean, did you know, like for example, all the castrati that were used for like church choirs in the Middle Ages, like a ton of them just died from blood loss when they had their balls cut off.
That's not a shocker. How did they sew them up, or how did they do that?
I'm guessing with medieval surgery, you know, because there's a lot of blood vessels down there.
Sure.
Because your testicles are important. So like you nick an artery and, you know, it's all over.
How'd they cut them off? Was it like you put them on a block and they chop them, or how'd they do it?
Probably something really painful and savage, because again, it was the Middle Ages. And this is before ligature was discovered, so their idea of sealing up arteries was to cauterize them.
Huh. Yeah, yeah, I mean, you would think about like after like the 15th guy, somebody would have been like, "You sure we should be doing this?" Because it just seems like we're losing a lot of dudes here.
Yeah, probably they just said like, "Oh, it's of the devil, like he's in heaven now or something." I'm sure that's what they did.
That's all right. I mean, yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you're looking to have unprotected sex, but you don't want to get anyone pregnant,
go to Matt's mom's house.
You're putting horrible fucking mental images in my head, Brad.
Your mom is horrible, which is a cross between horror and adorable.
Okay, yeah.
I'm drunk. It's gonna be one of those episodes.
It's 11 in the morning and you're already drunk.
Yeah, well, I'm still drunk from yesterday.
How are you still drunk from yesterday? It's like you went to bed, right?
It's like 7. Then I woke up at 9, started drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. Being me's great, dude.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be talking about a subject that no one's really broached in this part of the internet, and it's timely. Well, it's still timely. It would have been timelier if Bryden hadn't got popped for DUI a month ago. But we're still talking about it. The cultural impact of talk radio. Rush Limbaugh recently announced that he has cancer, and he also got the Presidential Medal of Honor from President Trump. So we'll be talking about that, and it's perfect. You know, Brian's an old radio guy. He still listens to AM radio, and I would too if I was still in the States. So like, I'm not throwing shade on you. That's I'm bolstering your reputation as an expert on this very important subject.
I'm not an expert. I'm just a participant in history, man.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. But first, we got to get to some news. Terra House, a lot has happened at Terra House in the past month or so. Since I don't remember the last time we did.
Yeah, when was the last fucking time we did a show? Good God, it feels like it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I did a show on my own with Matt Lawrence, author of Chronicles of Burna and the Barbarian. That was, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like good shows. I'm talking about like good ones.
That was a good show. We talked about Ladyboys.
I don't know. Well, that does sound pretty interesting because they'll get you.
Oh yes, they will get you. You have to keep your eye out. But yeah, in terms of news, Chronicles of Burna and the Barbarian, that came out a few weeks ago, last month. Go check it out, terrahousepress.com. Our next book release will be on March 27th. I'm not even going to bother counting up the weeks. Into the Vortex by Brian Eckert, who will be a guest on this program very soon. He's a hilarious guy. This is a hilarious book that involves goat sex and David Koresh. Does that sound exciting to you, Bryden?
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested in the David Koresh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's a book about cults.
I could give it, I could give or take the fucking Islam aspect of it, but I like the David Koresh.
There's no Islam in this book. It's all about incels and cults.
Dude. Yeah, all right.
Incels, cults, and goat sex. Into the Vortex by Brian Eckert will be out on the 27th. I know I said to guys in the newsletter that we were going to be having Live Light and Dust by Xenon and Fish Lou out next week. That has been pushed to April just because Matt Lawrence, the author of Chronicles of Burna and the Barbarian, also our art director, he's on vacation in Australia right now, so we're gonna spend more time giving these books the love that they deserve. And since I don't like, since Bryden told me not to talk too much about commercial stuff because it kind of causes people to tune out, we'll just end it by telling you to contribute to the program and ask questions before we go on air at streamlabs.com/Terror Magazine. What do you say, Bryden? Let's talk about talk radio.
All right, that sounds good. We can do a break, and then I'll put like a bumper here, or are we just going?
Yes.
Okay.
Put a bumper.
Okay, I'll put the bumper. 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 I'll put the bumper.
This is Terror House Radio with Matt Forney and Bryden Proctor.
Go.
And we're here. We're talking about talk radio. I'd like to throw this to you, Bryden, just because you're more interested in the topic than I am. What did you think about Rush Limbaugh finally getting the award that he's earned over these years?
I mean,
I know you still listen to the guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every day he's on. Yeah. Well, most days he's on, but I thought it was a very, very nice thing of Donald Trump to do. That State of the Union was a little reality showy, for like on both sides, with like the Nancy
Pelosi tearing up the speech.
Nancy Pelosi doing that, and then like, oh hey, let's bring in your military husband. It's like he was just sitting in a closet for 2 weeks or whatever. Like, I mean, the whole thing. Here's Rush Limbaugh, Presidential Medal of Freedom. But that was a very nice thing of Donald Trump to do, and I don't know if there's been another talk radio host that's ever gotten the highest honor a civilian can have in the United States. I mean, the Presidential Medal of Freedom is no joke. Like, it really is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a person, a civilian in the United States. It's like the other day Rush was talking about, because Larry King said something like, Rush Limbaugh will never get a Pulitzer. And of course, Rush tore him apart and was like, I'm a radio host. I don't do print, so I couldn't get a Pulitzer. And I already have the Presidential Medal of Freedom, Larry, so I don't. But, I mean, it was a huge deal. I thought it was a very nice thing for Donald Trump to do. And I think that Rush has done just so much to move the discourse of politics in this country that, I mean, yeah, a Republican president should give Rush that highest honor when he I mean, he's still doing the show, but he's got the fucking stage 4 lung cancer, so it's
he doesn't have much time left.
I mean, if anybody can get past it, it'd be him, just because he has so much fucking money. But yeah, it's like cancer doesn't care about your fucking money usually. So
yeah, exactly. Small correction. Well, I guess not really a correction. Paul Harvey got the Presidential Medal of Freedom back in the odds, but he's not really a talk host. He's just a newscaster.
Yeah, but he was great. And that's no. Paul Harvey's, and that's the rest of the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey.
Yeah.
Stand by for news.
Yeah, dude. Paul Harvey was badass. I listened to him when I was a kid. That shit was cool. And now you know the rest of the story.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah. I didn't know he got it. I mean that seems like he deserves it. Well,
yeah. He'd been around forever. Like he died back in 2009. But yeah, Paul. I'd say the two people deserve that award. Like I said, if anyone, would be Paul Harvey and Rush Limbaugh. And in terms of cultural impact, yeah.
Well,
sorry, Brian, you were gonna say something?
Well, yeah, it's just that Paul Harvey, I don't think was ever a controversial figure, whereas Rush Limbaugh is quite the controversial figure. So I understand why people, may be mad about it or whatever, but just his contribution to talk radio alone and the cultural impact that he made, I think is incredible. No matter what, I mean, it's like kind of what Cronkite did for fucking being a fucking TV anchor. Like,
yeah, I mean, and that's worth going into, because it's talk radio is really kind of a relatively recent phenomenon. I mean, we've had radio going back to the 20s, but in terms of the confrontational, politically charged form of it that Limbaugh pioneered, that's really only been around since the late 80s.
Yep.
Yeah, prior to that, I mean, you had talk radio programs, but it was kind of the more neutered, let's talk about the weather type. I know you've never been to Canada, right, Bryden?
Nah.
Yeah, they still do that form of talk radio up there. I remember when I was in college, I went to college near Montreal, and I would occasionally tune into the Canadian stations. The Canadian talk radio stations is just well, hello there, eh? I'd like to talk about the fallen price of maple syrup in Canada, and it's a major disaster. That was really more of a Scottish accent than a Canadian accent. Yeah. That's literally what it was. You tune into Canadian talk radio, and it would just be all this nice guy, what's going on in the local neighborhood. That was radio before guys like Rush and Bob Grant came along.
Hey, bud. I'm about to head out for a dart here real quick, but, geez, the price of maple syrup's been going down, and it's not so great. You think, oh, great, I get some maple syrup for real cheap, bud, but no, some people got to work there. How's that?
Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah. The only time I ever heard a Canadian talk shows ever get even remotely heated about something was I remember tuning in and hearing them talk about the upcoming change to when daylight savings time would end. No, this was back in 2007 when it was the start of it was moved to the start of March, and the end of it was moved to after Halloween, and they were charged up over the fact they were pissed off with the fact that Bush did it for oil, he did it for oil. That's literally what they were saying.
What?
Well, they were upset. Well, they were upset about it because the U.S. moved daylight savings time, and then Canada moved it as well because commerce and all that.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Maybe I'm just retarded. I mean, I remember when Bush did the fucking daylight savings time bullshit, and that just seems like a dumb thing to do. Who gives a shit? But whatever. Time is not real. I don't care. I've done LSD, right? So. Did they? How would that do anything about oil? I don't understand how you could draw that connection at all.
I don't understand it either. I was listening to this guy. I was kind of not really dumbstruck, but it was these people are fucking retarded.
That's awesome. My
understanding that the rationale for moving, if I recall correctly, the rationale for moving daylight savings time was actually to save money. How people save money because, if it starts earlier and ends later, people are there's more daylight in the evening, so people aren't using electricity. But that seems like it would hurt the oil companies.
Even just that rationale is fucking stupid. I listen. Time is not real. It is a man-made fucking invention. It is just a measuring stick of what we do. See, we live in a cubicle, and the only fucking measurements that we have are just made within that cubicle. And what's that? The allegory in the cave or what the fuck ever. Like, don't tell me about fucking what time. Just fine. Tell me what fucking time it is and what time I have to be at work. I don't give a shit. Tell me what time The Simpsons is on back in the 90s, because I don't watch that shit now, and that doesn't matter because it's just on Hulu. No, I don't like it.
Time is not real, Bryden.
Yeah, it's not real.
I think your hemorrhoids would beg to disagree.
No, they would beg to disagree. Why would my hemorrhoids disagree with me? And because I have a bidet, I haven't had hemorrhoids for like a year.
Okay, insert other symptom of aging instead of in place of hemorrhoids.
No, but that's not what time it is. Time as it exists on like you living in a linear sense totally definitely exists. But like what time of the day it is, like who really gives too much of a shit? You're just putting measurements on it, man. So whether it's 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock is fucking arbitrary because they have the daylight savings time shit. Who cares? The sun is up there. It's daytime. It's nighttime.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair then. You're talking about the way people organize
measure time. Yeah, the way time is measured. You missed the whole allegory in the cave thing?
I listened to it, but it didn't connect.
Yeah,
I didn't expect someone as lowbrow as you to pull out such a highbrow reference.
Yeah, Plato or whatever who wrote that's a faggot.
It's funny because I've been watching a lot of videos from real life lore recently, and like one of them mentioned that the length of the day is based on the rotation of the Earth, and the rotation of the Earth actually gets slower every year, so the day is getting shorter. Like it's such a small amount that none of us are ever going to be affected by it. Like, but over thousands of years, eventually the day will become 23 hours or some shit.
Huh? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
There was also an interesting video about what would happen if the Earth started if it reversed its rotation. Basically, like because
we'd all become babies.
No, it'd be like Superman. We'd all go back in time.
Yeah, exactly. We'd all just be babies.
Yeah,
you'd have to jump back into your dad's balls.
The most interesting about that video was the fact that, like, if the Earth reversed rotation, because of the way the existing ocean and air currents work, like Europe would basically become uninhabitable, and so would most of North America.
Wait, you mean like right now? Oh no!
Like literally, Ohio would turn into a desert.
Good.
I mean, you could argue it's already a desert, but it would turn into a literal desert.
It's a desert. It's a desert of happiness. There is no happiness here.
Yes,
also, a surprising lack of shirts. Man, summer's coming up, and like these people are just gonna lose their shirts. It's crazy. And like the fatter they are, the less likely they are to have a shirt. I don't know if they just don't make XXXXL shirts here. But
wait. Are you telling me like people are in Cincinnati are going around like half naked?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
It's warm enough for that now?
Not yet, but we're getting there. But yeah, during the summer, it's like Cincinnati. There's 500,000 people, home of 14 shirts. It's fucking rough.
Is that like a cultural thing or like a?
Yeah, it is a cultural thing of trash. It's just trash people. Yeah.
I've never seen that. I mean, people will go around without their shirts at like a beach resort or something. But not in like a city like Cincinnati, which is totally inland and like has no beaches.
At the gas station.
The gas station attendants put up with it. I mean, I thought it was no shirt, no shoes, no service.
No, it's just go ahead with it. It's like it's not everybody, but it's probably about 1 in 20 people during the summer is not wearing a shirt.
It's enough to be noticeable.
Yeah, at least for me, and like maybe it's just I'm looking at shirtless dudes. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with me, but I'm just saying I notice it.
Now here's the real question for you, Bryden. Is Ohio one of those states that allows women to go around topless?
Not that I've seen. And
because I know
thank God.
because I know in New York, about a decade ago, a judge ruled that women are allowed to go topless anywhere where men are allowed to go topless. This was after a lawsuit by some fat broads in Moravia who were going around with their tits out in the middle of the day.
Yeah, which is bullshit because rape's still illegal.
We are totally going to get paid for this.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm a comedian.
But no, trust me. Like these 40-something women, no one's going to rape them.
I don't know. I'm drunk. Again, I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm joking.
It's a joke, YouTube people.
I would never. I don't condone rape, dude. I mean, I might cheer it on a little, but like, I don't know. Again, it's a joke. It's a joke. We got to get off of the rape subject. What about radio? Probably nobody's ever raped anybody who's been a radio guy, right? Ever? Nobody in radio has ever been Me Too'd ever.
I mean, there was that one guy who got shot, but no one's been Me Too'd.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in the 80s, if I recall correctly. That Jewish talk shows that got shot by members of the order.
Yeah. David Lane's guys killed him. Yeah. Poor fella, dude. That's rough. How'd you like to get killed by a bunch of fucking wignats?
Yeah, this was back when wignats were actually a real threat, and didn't just sit around on the internet whining.
Yeah, David
FBI checks.
David Lane and his guys never would have stole that fucking armored truck if they would have had Twitter. They would have sat back saying the N-word, getting banned.
This is why we support free speech on the internet, because it literally helps prevent crimes.
Dude, who's that guy who wrote American Psycho?
Bret Easton Ellis.
Yeah. Did you ever hear that interview with him? He was like, yeah, if Patrick Bateman were set in today, he would probably just be a Twitter troll.
Yeah,
instead of murdering people, he would just be a Twitter troll.
Yeah, similarly, like with Taxi Driver. If Travis Bickle was a real person today, he'd have a blog. No, wait, he'd have a podcast.
Oh, yeah, dude. And I'd have him on my podcast, 100%, because I make terrible mistakes and I let anybody on.
Yeah, but back to radio, like we were saying before we got off topic.
Did you get off? I didn't get off.
Before we got off.
We got off together? I think we let's never we got off together. Let's never speak of it again, okay?
Okay. Prior to really Rush, and like I said, he wasn't the first person to do this. You had Bob Grant in New York who started doing this kind of thing back in the 70s. But Rush was the guy who really took it national.
Yeah, he started in New York in 1988, he the only thing comparable to Rush Limbaugh is because they couldn't stop him. I mean, they really did hate the guy, and he was this inflammatory, ridiculous, over the top guy, and he used to be, I don't know, more over the top. I think he calmed down. I don't know, last 10 years probably. Compared to what he used to be, but the only thing comparable to that would be, the rise of Alex Jones. And I think there's a lot of similarities between Alex Jones and Rush Limbaugh. And,
that's something that people, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. That's something people forget about Alex Jones. He's technically a radio host. Like, his show is on broadcast stations that are licensed by the FCC.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't shut the man down, but that's why they tried so hard to shut him down. And, like, people tried to shut down Rush. They did, and then he just kept going because people love the guy so much. He's a very entertaining radio host, and I mean, like, I would be lying, and I think everybody who's ever listened to Right to Bryden knows this. I fucking model my show after Rush Limbaugh. It's kind of like a parody of Rush Limbaugh because I'm more of a comedy show. I'm not as smart as Rush Limbaugh, but it's like, with like the cigars and the, I even have a Rush bumper, it's all in tribute to the fucking king, Mr. Rush Limbaugh. The Maharishi, dude. Like, anybody who is on the right side of politics, right-wing side of politics, and says that they don't like Rush Limbaugh is just being a hipster faggot. Because the guy's the original. Do you have a podcast? The reason you have a fucking political podcast is because people like Rush Limbaugh, and mainly Rush Limbaugh. I mean, there were some others, Mark Levin, Michael Savage, stuff like that. But, like, Rush was the original. He was the guy. So whether you know it or not, you are probably influenced by Rush.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna add with regard to your show, like you even have the kind of like the like how Rush talks about the EIB network. You've got like the whole
OIWD
thing going on. Even though that's not how it started, that's actually what I thought it was when I first started listening to your show.
Yeah, no, that started as a joke of we were starting a pro-white organization with the Operation Identity Workers Division and just making fun of people. And then we just started saying OIWD Studios because it's good because EIB network.
Yes, it's very, very funny. I mean, you could toss in like some like FM like shock jock influence in there as well, like Howard Stern.
Oh,
but
Stern
like,
was king. He sucks now, but he was a fucking king.
Yeah, Stern is like the last I ever heard of him doing anything was when he was still on terrestrial radio. But like he's probably happy with like whatever deal Sirius is giving him.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean we got to talk about XM after we wrap up this little part of it because like that's where talk radio still exists is on XM radio. You know, you got like Dan Soder and Big J Okerson over there on the Bonfire. It's a great show. It's Comedy Central XM radio. I mean, talk radio still does exist. It's just moved to podcasting and XM, but like AM radio is not a thing really.
Yeah, it's been ailing since at least the mid-aughts. I mean, I'm reconstructing from memory here, so like some of the details may be wrong, but like after deregulation in 1996, which raised the cap on the amount of radio stations that individual corporations were allowed to own, like just all these companies went on a spending spree. Clear Channel, Cumulus, etc. And then around like the mid-aughts, when the financial recession started, they just started laying people off left and right. That was kind of when the spiral began. Yeah, I remember back in 2006, all of a sudden, the evening host at WGY was out. There were, in the coming months, there were like hosts at WABC, et cetera, that were just fired and replaced with syndicated programming, which just starts a negative spiral, because the people who are tuning in at like that particular hour are not just they're not held hostage by WABC or whatever. They're tuning in to hear that particular host. No. You get rid of the host and replace it with some boring syndicated program. And there's a glut of probably still is. There was a glut of like syndicated shows back in the aughts of people like Dennis Miller who had no business being on the radio.
Okay.
And
liberals have no business being political radio hosts. What was... Well, sorry to cut you off, but like, what was that one that the Democrats tried to start?
Air America.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Yeah, I mean, with Air America, they basically tried to put the cart before the horse. Like guys like Rush, like there was no fucking organized plan in the 80s to be like, okay, we'll create this right-wing propaganda network and we'll put it on every station. Now, like Rush got all those affiliates because people wanted to listen to him. Air America decided to take Al Franken and a bunch of people who had no radio experience whatsoever and put them on a radio network, and it sucked because they had no experience. I think the only person they hired initially who had any radio experience at all was Randy Rhoads, who was tolerable. Not good, but tolerable.
I mean, is there any, besides NPR, is there any like left-wing fucking radio that's not on XM?
Well, I mean, you've got like Pacifica Radio, which is, I guess, kind of like NPR, and that's on nonprofit stations. Yeah,
I mean, because like, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, there's a lot of great programs on NPR. I love Wait, Don't Tell Me. This American Life is obviously great. Ira Glass is a fucking radio legend. But I do like The World is pretty good. I like a lot of NPR shows, actually.
That's a bit of a surprise because, like, from my observation, like the NPR audience and the talk radio audience are pretty separate. Like my dad loves NPR. Like 4 years ago, me and my dad was visiting me in Chicago, and we actually went to a live taping of Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Oh, dude, are you serious?
And I was, I went to one of those tapings.
Oh, dude, lucky.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't.
they're funny, man. They're funny over there. I figure a lot of it might be pre-scripted because a lot of those guys are real quick, and it's like, I know you're not that clever, but
Well, if we'd gone like years ago, like it probably would have been funnier. But like all they did during the show was whine about Trump.
yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, they do that. I don't mind if people whine about Trump. He's still the fucking president. I don't give a shit. Like, they lost, we won. They can whine all they want. I don't give a shit when people make fucking jokes about Trump. Fuck them.
well, I mean, they want to make jokes. That's fine. But like, it wasn't. It was. It's kind of like how Stephen Colbert just became this incredibly bitter person when he became the.
He's different, dude. He's different because like he's not even close to clever with his stuff. He's like Trump. At least on like the radio when they complain about Trump, it's not whiny. At least I don't view it as whiny. I think it's just like taking jabs at the president.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed by Wait, Don't Tell Me. I mean, I was entertained enough, but like it wasn't mind blowing.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Wait, Don't Tell. Nothing on NPR is mind blowing besides like a few episodes of This American Life. When you're like, holy shit, I didn't know that went on in the world. But I mean, Wait, Don't Tell Me is just a nice thing to listen to when there's nothing else on. You just like, oh, good, because I like the main guy, like the host. I love his voice. He has a great voice.
Well, like since we're on that topic, what's your opinion of A Prairie Home Companion?
A Prairie Home Oh, the one where it's like the stories. Yeah, hit or miss. It's sometimes you got to be in the mood for it. Yeah,
I mean, my dad absolutely loves that show, or loved it. I think Keeler got kicked out for like sexual harassment or something.
Oh, so somebody did get me too.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there are parts of it that were like entertaining, but it's like all the rest of it is like this weird, corny, like Midwestern humor. It's like, oh, this guy named Finnegan, he had a wake, and like all the Lake Wobegon stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just of the wrong generation to really appreciate it.
I mean, I don't know. You just got to be in the mood for it, Like one thing that I wish I could get into but never could is car talk. Because those guys,
that's the NPR show, right?
Yeah, and the two like guys from like Brooklyn or whatever. I wish I could get into it because their voices are astounding. The NPR used to be really good for because like one of them died or whatever, so the show is all reruns now. But NPR used to be really good for voices, and then they straight up have this one bitch with a lisp on there now, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't do that. Like, look, I shouldn't even be doing a podcast because I stutter all the fucking time like an idiot. But you're gonna let her be on fucking national radio? It's like that's like letting me into the fucking NBA. I'm 5'6", dude. I'm not gonna be doing anything. I'm not Muggsy Bogues either. I can't hit threes. I can't do shit. I'm not. But you're just like, oh, let's have a bitch with a lisp on there. It's fucking terrible. But like a lot of them, even like Lakshmi Singh, she's fantastic. I love her voice. Was that one bitch Gross? What's her last name? The Jewish bitch. She's got a great voice.
Terry Gross.
Yeah, Terry Gross. She's fun to listen to for some reason. I mean, NPR was great for the. And let's touch on that for a second. Some people have great fucking radio voices. They really do. Like Casey Kasem, my man. We haven't even talked about Casey Kasem. He was a legend.
Yeah. And talk about a great name.
Yeah. Why not just name your kid Radio McGee? I mean, shit.
It's like the guy out of Oregon who called himself Lars Larson.
Well, it's like Casey Kasem. I was driving down the fucking street the other day, and they were playing reruns of Casey Kasem's fucking top 10 or whatever the hell it was. And it was like, he was so good that they're just replaying old episodes of fucking Casey Kasem. That's insanity. And his voice, I was still like, that's a familiar voice. That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, actually, here's something you may not have known. Did you know that he was the voice of Shaggy in the original Scooby-Doo cartoons?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, it shocked me too. But yeah, like, well, not just the old ones. Like, he was voicing the new ones as well until he died.
Huh. That's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, well, see, like, I love doing fucking any voice acting stuff that I can do. So, and I do impressions and goofy voices all the fucking time. So I would imagine some guy who's like actually talented, who actually has an amazing voice, had an incredible range, and he probably did all kinds of characters all the time.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, did you ever listen to Phil Henry when he was on the air? Like, he was the master of that.
No, I did not.
That guy was hilarious because, like, if you're not familiar with Phil Henry, his shtick was he would do what seemed like a normal talk radio show where he would interview like guests who are saying outrageous stuff, and then like callers would call in and yell at the guest. But the joke was that like none of the guests were real. Like, sure. Henry would do fake voices through a phone and then switch back to his normal voice. So it was just him, like, but the callers didn't know this. Like, the callers totally thought that it was real. So they'd call in, they'd yell at the guest. Henry would yell back at them in his guest voice, and then he play good cop in his normal voice. That was hilarious. I used to love listening to Henry when I was coming home from work when his show was still on the air.
You know what pisses me off, and they still do it, are like the same local FM radio shock jock bits, where it's like, we're gonna
the prep burger bits, like War of the Roses.
Yes, yeah, the one where it's like, you went on a date, and then you call the person you went on a date with to find out why there wasn't a second date or whatever, and it's like, that's just comedians. They just hire comedians to do that shit. They just hire fucking nobody comedians to do those things. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, plus there's another thing too as well. It's illegal in like almost all states to record someone and broadcast it without their consent. So like all these, like, I caught you cheating. That's you would get fined by the FCC so hard if that was real.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know. I hate those. I hate those bits. When I was a child, I was like, "Oh, this is crazy! I can't believe they're doing this." But it's like somewhere out there, all across America, are just like stupid fucking women that believe that this is real. I hate it. It just makes me mad. The whole thing just makes me mad because it's like I've known people that have been asked to do those things, and they're like, no, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know. FM radio is completely different than AM radio, though.
Yeah. It's more. It's less political. It's more, focused on shock.
Well, there's not. I mean, AM radio doesn't necessarily have to be political either, because there's a lot of things like Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey has had a show for fucking years, all just talking finance. Like, yeah. I mean, and there's
his entire show is just him telling people how stupid they are for getting into debt.
Dave Ramsey here. It seems that you probably shouldn't have a Ferrari if you're working at McDonald's. How's that, Dave Ramsey? Is that okay, Dave Ramsey? I've been working on my Dave Ramsey.
You need more of a southern twang.
More of a southern twang.
Pretty,
Dave Ramsey.
You've got the cadence down right.
I'm Dave Ramsey, and you're fucking gay. You poor little bitch. I bought my house cash, and you should buy your house cash too. You fucking homo. I don't know why Dave Ramsey is such a rampant homophobe in my mind, but that'd be good.
Well, I mean, he is an evangelical. I remember him closing off every hour by talking about Jesus. So
I can't listen to Dave Ramsey. I don't have enough money to listen to Dave Ramsey.
What? You're not debt free? Excuse me. You're not debt free.
No, I am almost debt free. I got a car payment. Outside of that, I don't have any debt that I'm gonna pay ever.
Awesome.
Got some medical bills. And you know what? Those people, if they're listening, can take a fucking hike because doesn't really affect me. All right, I already got what I wanted from you. You can't do anything to me.
Go watch the Sam Hyde video on ripping off credit card companies.
Do not fucking do that. I saw that. Do not do that. Do not do that if you ever want to buy a fucking house or a car. Do not do that.
Well, he puts the stipulation in the video. Don't do it if you want to buy a house.
Yeah, don't listen to Sam Hyde on ripping off credit card companies. Don't do that. And eventually, they're going to end up fucking passing a law and throwing you into jail for it. All right, like just don't do that. It's such a bad idea.
Well, like you can get around that by just leaving the country.
Don't leave the country. Also, I'm sorry, like my friend Matt here is a fucking tard because he left America. Do not leave America. America is the greatest country on earth, and if you leave America, you're just like basically a bitch.
Okay, I should go live in Cincinnati where everyone walks around shirtless.
Yes, you could walk around shirtless too. You'd fit right in. Just
No,
ugly shirtless people.
No, I'm not doing that.
Pick a fight with me, Matt. Pick a fight. Go ahead.
Okay, West Virginian.
Okay, guess what? Where are you living at? Not America.
I'm in Greece.
Yeah, what? More like Greece. Got him. All right, text got him to 30330. We should get one of those.
Your home state is a byword for inbreeding, Bryden. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wasn't born there.
But that's where you're from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where were you born?
Mississippi.
Oh, so you really moved up in the world by going to West Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm just saying, it's amazing my name is not John Deere. All right, John Deere Proctor.
One of these days, Brian, you'll get out of Cincinnati and you'll go to a real big cultural metropolis like Indianapolis.
Okay, first of all, I love Indianapolis. Secondly, I lived in Los Angeles for fucking years. I've lived in Seattle. I've been to those places. Those places are just as bad, but expensive instead.
But do they have shirtless people walking around?
Oh yeah. But their shirtless people are on meth.
Are they at least skinny?
Well, yeah. The ones in LA, that's a lot of muscle men over there. It's intimidating, really. It makes you second guess, your entire existence.
A lot of oiled up, muscled men.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded. You're just like, son of a bitch. What am I even doing?
I'm sure you miss seeing that every day of your life, Bryden. You're really upset about not getting to see oiled up muscle men.
Kinda, yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm discovering things about myself. Who knows? I mean, it just seemed like there was more shit to do there because they were like, you're like, oh, what are you doing? They're like, on my way to the vegan restaurant. They don't even have gay sex. And it's like, look at that cultured gentleman. Instead, now you ask them, they're like, hey, where are you going? They're like, what are you, the fucking police?
So now the shirtless people in Cincinnati are black.
Oh yeah, it's 40% black here, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I thought it was white. I mean, I've been to Cincinnati exactly once. So.
Yeah. You got to go to the white portions of it. I live in a white portion of it, but it's a lot of black people here. Oh, and oh my God, man, black people, they are just becoming Muslim like at an astounding rate. It's pretty incredible, actually.
What?
Yeah, got a lot of that. Got a lot of black chicks. I don't think they're immigrants either. I think they just, wearing the hijab. Also, the hijab, I'm pretty sure it's just like a fashion statement at this point. I might get one. Fuck it.
Are they Sunni Muslims or Nation of Islam?
I don't fucking know. I don't talk to black people.
Well, I mean, you should be able to like if the dudes are running around wearing bow ties. I mean, I love that. Nation of Islam.
Yeah, I'm down with Nation of Islam, dude. That's fucking awesome. Those guys are based as shit. They're just like, fuck you, whitey, and I'm like, hey, fuck you, beat. Like I like those guys. Those guys are cool. We keep it fucking. We've got similar interests, which is not talking to each other, and that's not a racial thing. I just in general don't want to talk to anybody. It's pretty good.
They're making your life easy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, just hate white people and don't talk to me. Like if everybody could just hate men and white people, like, and never talk to me. Oh my God, my world would be just so much better. People say 2020 is going to be bad, but the more people hate white men, the less people are going to fucking talk to me. And I think it's really a win. I think we're headed for better times.
Do you have Black Israelites in Cincinnati?
I haven't run into any, no. I ran into them in L.A. a few times, and I made a point to argue with them because I knew what they were all about. So I'm on somebody's fucking VHS tape somewhere in some terrorist basement.
Probably somewhere on YouTube, actually.
Oh, dude, I would love that. The first time I ever ran into them was after the Dillon roof shooting, and I was like just going to a bar, and they started yelling at me, and then about Dillon roof, and I'm like, fucking idiots! Like, what? So I just started dancing and walking along, and they were like, "See, he's happy about it. He's happy about it." And it's like, I also just heard the news. I'm not really. I just think you're an asshole. I want to go get a drink, and I'm hammered.
Was it like a real dance, or were you just like some weird breakdancing Russian thing?
No,
I'm just you're not a dancer.
Oh no, I dance a lot. I'm a dancing fool. I cut a rug. I'll do a dance.
I'm just visualizing you like in the middle of these Black Israelites just doing like the Cossack with your arms folded.
No, I was strutting it. I had a strut. To me. I'm dancing around, fucking two-stepping.
Crazy ass white boys.
Yeah. No, I'll cut a rug, man. I like dancing. They call me Dancing Bryden in some parts of the country.
Yeah, that would be the correctional facilities.
No, mostly just my apartment, and that's me calling myself that. Just it's a really Dancing Bryden is a really local term. It's extremely local to my apartment.
Not even your apartment. It's just your office.
It's basically just here.
Yeah. I mean,
doesn't mean it's not true.
Oh yeah. It's not true. I mean, it is true.
It is true. Doesn't mean it's not true. Look, we live in a post-fact society, dude. All right, so I make my own facts. This is my truth. I'm expressing my truth, and who are you to tell me fucking otherwise? I'm Dancing Bryden.
Yes, Dancing Bryden is also 6'4".
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't want to be that tall. That's too fucking tall. That'd be terrible. I could couldn't fit in my car.
Yeah, but then you could just flex on people.
I flex on people now. I just dance at them.
You'd be way more intimidating as a Dancing Bryden if you were 6'4". Like right now, you're small enough that like if we wanted to go on a road trip, I could just fold you up and put you in the trunk. No, wait, even better. I could strap you to the roof, like like Mitt Romney used to do, or was it Mike Huckabee's kids used to do? Strap the dog to the roof, just throw a tarp over you so you don't get flies splattering on your face.
No, I think Mitt Romney left his dog on the roof for a minute, and then the media was like, he is a rapist.
I just prefer to have that visual of like the pooch just strapped on the roof because it's what I want to do to you.
Good luck, dude. I'm just going to dance away.
Dancing Bryden just break dances out of the room.
Nah, just get out of there, man. I'll two-step out of there real quick. It doesn't matter. I'll crip walk. It doesn't matter. I can do that. I can fucking sea walk. You think I can't fucking sea walk?
Can you sea walk?
I can fucking sea walk. It's easy.
How do you do it?
Well, it's with your feet. You gotta just do the thing. You basically make a C is what you're doing.
Now, what you really have to do in a situation like that is moonwalk out of there.
Oh, I can moonwalk like a motherfucker. I got a good fucking moonwalk. I can do that. What are we talking about?
Radio.
Radio? Yeah. Anyway, I listen to the radio and I dance. I'm gonna get really good at dancing, dude. I'm gonna get so fucking good at dancing. They're gonna like kick me out of places for it. They're gonna be like,
that's all that happened.
No. They were like, they said it was because I was too drunk and saying the N word, but I'm pretty sure it was just because my dancing was too good. I do the Rockaway. I fucking do the Dougie. I'll lean back. I'll do this shit. I can do the twist. I can mash potato. All right, I can do these things. I'll do the fucking Charleston, all that. And then, I'm gonna get so fucking good that like they're gonna make a movie out of me, man.
Doing the Dougie's not too hard. I can do the Dougie.
You can't fucking Dougie.
Dozens of black kids have done the Dougie and gotten hit.
You're
by a car.
not a black kid. You can't do the Dougie.
You literally just fold your arms and just go step backwards. Right into traffic.
Wrong. Sorry, the Dougie is when you swipe the side of your head. You do this. You do a swipe, and then you fucking rock a little, and you swipe, do the. You can't Dougie. I'll do the Dougie, man. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. I'll Dougie. I do that. It's like slow motion dubstep dancing. I'll do that. That weird shit.
There are no videos of you doing the Dougie in traffic, so I refuse to believe that.
I'm gonna have to do it. And listening to fucking AM radio. It's just gonna be Glenn Beck on the fucking radio, and I'm just gonna jump out in traffic and Dougie.
That is something I once saw on the internet. Black kid just was doing the Dougie, walking right back into the street, and he got hit by a truck. And the best part was he saw the truck coming. Like he moved his head to the right and saw the truck coming, and he didn't move because he expected the truck to swerve out of the way and didn't. Now, he didn't get hit full on. He got hit by the windshield.
Was he okay?
I'm guessing he survived.
Okay.
So
that's the best part.
The dude who was filming it was like there was like a 3-second delay. He was like, "Oh shit!" This is serious. He got hit by a car.
Yeah, it's not good. You don't want that. I'm not in favor of people getting hit by cars. I am anti-car accident. I know that's a controversial point, and we might get some letters about this, but I don't want car accidents.
Yes, I should also state for the moment. I'm against car accidents. I'm against rape. I'm against murder. I'm against crime. I obey the speed limits. I always put my seatbelt on. I don't drink and drive.
Whoa. Let's not fucking, we still got to be edgy here.
Oh, no, my edge comes from unprotected sex.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I'm going to drive just drunkard and shit all the time.
Well, that's how you got the DUI.
Yeah. I wish that was real. I think it's fucked up that I've never had a fucking DUI. I mean, I don't drive drunk, but I definitely fucking used to. And, I have just been the luckiest guy. And I'm sure I was listening to fucking radio while I was doing it, Just 9 in the morning. Just fucking, oh, yeah. Let me throw on some Glenn Beck and just drive drunk to the Safeway.
I love how you only mention Glenn Beck's name when you're doing incredibly dangerous and stupid things.
Oh,
like
yeah.
doing Dougie or driving drunk.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be stupid to listen to that asshole.
Oh, good. I thought I was the only person who hate. Well, I imagine there are a lot of people who hate him now.
He's always just been. I mean, I admire the man because he's built a fucking empire with the Blaze and all of that. But it's what a fucking weirdo. That guy is just like, oh yeah, we need to have an episode of my Fox show where you close up on my eyes and I cry. And then I hate Donald Trump so much that I'm going to put goggles on and shove my face into Cheetos. It's like, what are you doing? And if you listen to the guy, it's every day he tells you it's the end of the fucking world. It's always something. And then he's like, you know how you prevent the end of the world? Buy gold through Goldline. It's like, that's your sponsor. You're a dick.
Well, I never trusted Glenn Beck because he's a Mormon.
Yeah, he is a Mormon. I forgot about that.
Now, he's a Mormon convert, even worse.
He used to be a fucking alcoholic coke addict, which I think is hilarious. I bet he was super fun to hang out with. He used to be like a FM morning zoo DJ.
yeah. Then he hit rock bottom and he went sober. And I dispute the fact that he's sober now. I'm sure the rise of Trump caused him to start hitting the bottle again.
Oh, dude, he had to apologize for all that shit. He's apologized profusely. He went on Sean Hannity's show in 2017 and just was like, I was wrong. Now the time he praises Trump, he's like, yeah, Donald Trump's great.
Yeah, coincidentally, it came after the Blaze had to lay off more than half its staff.
Well, they bought CRTV though.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought CRTV bought them.
It's called the Blaze. Well,
the Blaze is better branding.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's it. I mean, I just know it was Mark Levin's thing and Glenn Beck's thing. Fucking.
Now, Mark Levin. Now, there's a guy who absolutely does not have a voice for radio. I can't stand that Jew bastard.
What are you talking about, you kumquat?
There you go. His voice is like nails on a chalkboard to me. He's like a stereotypical shrieking of. He tried to rip off Michael Savage's shtick, but he doesn't have the vocal register for it.
I don't know. I'll listen to some Mark Levin every now and then. He's funny as hell. I have a character called Holocaust denier Mark Levin, and I just do the voice. It's like, and what about the wooden doors? Huh? You never said anything about the wooden doors and those chimneys? They were put there after the war. You kumquat, Mark Levin. Holocaust denier Mark Levin's hilarious to me. I don't know why.
Now that's the best radio voice you've done this entire show, Bud. Probably because it's not hard to imitate Mark Levin. You just need to you just need to eat kosher and inhale some helium.
I don't know. I mean, he's funny. I never got into Michael Savage though. I know a lot of people like him. I know he's a great host, but
that's a bit of a surprise. I figured Savage would be right up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a guy I disagree with. I know he hates Rush though, so I'm like, whoa, there, pal.
Oh, he hates everyone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you're not down with Rush Limbaugh, I got to question your motives.
I don't know. I like Savage because, the politics stuff wasn't as interesting to me, but he'd always go into these hilarious stories of his youth in New York and traveling the South Pacific. That was the stuff that kind of attracted me to him.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I mean, what's fucked up is he got bumped off the air for Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I hear about that. That's been happening. He's been Ben Shapiro. Holy shit.
They are just really trying to fucking astroturf Ben Shapiro into being a radio guy. And it's like, I've listened to the Daily Wire show, and it sucks. And he does not have a great radio voice. He doesn't have a great
anything. Ben Shapiro has no stage presence whatsoever.
He talks a mile a minute, and he sounds like a fucking Oompa Loompa, dude. I hate the guy. It's like, yeah, we disagree on some political stuff for sure, but it's just, as a dude, I wouldn't, as a radio dude, I would not listen to him being a radio dude. Not that I'm look, all I'm saying is his voice sucks dick and the guy's fucking annoying. I don't care about his politics. I do listen to Glenn Beck sometimes and I don't agree with his politics, but goddamn, Ben Shapiro just fucking, he sucks. Cause he's unlistenable. He talks too fucking fast. It's annoying.
He's so fucking smug too. I can't stand that about him.
I don't mind the smugness. I'm smug. I don't give a shit, but at least I'll slow it down for you. Now, that might be because of the whiskey, but I'll slow it down. I'm not talking a mile a fucking minute. Oh, and today in the news, Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump had another fight. Great. What another dumpster fire. This absolutely is not good for America. You just shut up. Take a fucking chill pill. Somebody give Ben Shapiro a fucking Xanax.
Let me give him some Quaaludes. He needs Quaaludes.
They don't make those anymore, dude.
Really?
I've never had a Quaalude. I've always wanted one. But they don't make them anymore.
I guess it's not too shocking. It's kind of a 70s thing.
Yeah. It was.
But I think he needs something harder than Xanax.
Yeah, just fucking shoot that guy up with heroin. Who gives a shit? He fall asleep and drool. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it'd be more interesting. God damn, he's
junkie Ben Shapiro. I would pay money to see that.
Yeah, I would. I too would.
Just have him up there on stage, just drooling on himself and just snoring and lapsing in and out of senility, and occasionally he says Israel.
Dude, this may be unpopular, and we may get blowback for this one, but at least at this moment in time, I stand by it. You know who would be a good fucking radio host?
Who?
Ben Shapiro's rival, Milo Yiannopoulos.
Well,
I'd listen to him fucking talk. I'd listen to that fucking idiot talk. I don't care what you say. The guy's entertaining.
Well, he was entertaining at one point, but does he even do anything anymore?
I don't know.
He has a telegram.
Yeah, I don't know what he does. I assume he's probably doing something. He's got to make money somehow. But
I know he has a show on Gavin McInnes's whatever you call it.
Rebel TV. Yeah.
Is that what it's called now? I know they had to change the.
I think it was. I think it's Rebel TV. Oh, maybe no. It's Free Speech TV. It's something stupid. I'm not at all interested in it. And I'm not really interested in I'm just interested in fuck it like, Rush Limbaugh's going to die. Please don't give anything to Ben Shapiro. Like, anybody but Ben Shapiro. Gavin McKenna's fine. Just fucking anybody except Ben fucking Shapiro.
Which means they're going to give it to Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I know. But, like, the thing is, I mean, who's going to get Rush's time slot? I think it's going to be Beck. I don't think they're going to give it to Shapiro. That noon to 3 time slot is too valuable. I think they'll give it to Beck.
That would be more acceptable. Oh, by the way, I just looked it up. It was called Free Speech TV, but they changed it to Censor TV because the retards didn't know that Free Speech TV had been taken by some other cable news channel back in '95.
Ah, yay! Copyright law.
Censor.tv, and Milo does a show there for like 2 days a month.
Yeah, I mean, he's never struck me as the hardest working guy ever.
He's a lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, good for him, dude. Credit card fraud and like he defrauded Breitbart. Well, okay, I don't want to say those words because he is a litigious motherfucker.
He ripped them off, which we can say because it's a subjective term.
Right. Yeah, I think he did rip him off. He fooled Steve Bannon. All of that stuff. Good for him. Dude, I don't hate Milo. I don't agree with him on everything, but I don't hate the guy.
I don't hate him either. I just think like his his time has passed. I saw him 2 years ago when he gave a speech in Budapest. He was invited by the government, and it was like an all week thing. Like the Visegrad.
He talked for a week. Good God.
No. It was a huge event. There was like Hungary had the presidency of the V4 Commission that year. So they had a huge conference where they invited all these speakers like Douglas Murray and David Goldman. And, some Hungarian politicians also spoke. And it was cool because it was free, and they gave us a shit ton of free food and wine. So I just went there and ate all the food and drank all the wine. And on Friday they had Milo. And that was deeply depressing because like his shtick has not evolved at all. Like he's still telling the exact same jokes. He's still using the exact same punchlines. It's not funny. Well, it's not funny.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how's that any different than any other comedian that hits it big? Like for example, like a great comedian is John Mulaney, right? And John Mulaney, when he had like New in Town, amazing special. But now, he's really dialed in what made him popular, and it doesn't appeal to the old fans who've already seen the same thing before. But like if you're new to John Mulaney, you think he's fucking hilarious because he's just still doing the same thing. And that's a pitfall of like all comedians or like bands. I think probably fall to that as well. But like with bands, we're kind of like, okay, I like that style, and then people get mad when they change it up. But
Well, I think the key difference between someone like Milo and someone like John Mulaney is that Mulaney is not presenting himself as edgy or original or on the cutting edge. He's just trying to be funny, whereas Milo genuinely thinks that talking about how feminism is cancer is just as shocking now as it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, but have you considered the fact that maybe you're just not the audience anymore? There are people that need to learn that feminism is cancer that don't know it yet. And like, if it's just like, if those people were to listen to us talking about politics or whatever, it'd be too much for them.
That's fair, I guess. But I just maybe have higher standards for people. I mean, you compare it to Milo to someone like, say, Rouge, who has evolved a lot in the past 5 years. He's not talking about the same things he was 5 years ago. Like, even if I disagree with Rouge, I find stuff that he's saying interesting. Whereas Milo just is trying to do the exact same playbook over and over and over again. I mean, if he has an audience for it, God bless him. But like, I'm clearly not part of that audience.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we are Milo's audience. Is the thing. I am kind of just playing devil's advocate here, but like, yeah, I think that we're just not the audience for it because we already know all that shit. And some people didn't go through 2016. They didn't go through that thing. There's a new audience for it all the time, and they just kind of found a shtick. And it's probably helpful to some college kids who are tired of their girlfriend spitting on them or whatever.
What?
I don't know. I just assume that that's what women do now. I have no idea what they do. I've been with the same broad for 3 years. All right, I don't know what women do. And if we ever broke up, I would never have sex with a woman again because apparently you just get convicted of rape.
Well, that's assault, right? Spitting on someone.
Yeah, but like some guy who's gonna listen to Milo, he doesn't know that yet. He's like 18.
I did have one of my first girlfriends hit me in the face with a soccer cleat.
That's fucking hilarious.
No, she threw it across the room. I don't think she was playing to actually like connect, but it like hit just outside of my right eye. So like I was swollen and couldn't see out of that eye for a week.
You know what that means?
What?
George W. Bush is in better shape than you are.
Really?
Yeah, you remember when we dodged that shoe?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So like you're basically like worse than the guy that plotted 9/11.
I will wear that proudly.
I mean, I hate to throw that at you, but I'm pretty sure that that's what that means.
Well, in a partial defense, like I was turning away from her, so I didn't see it coming out of the corner of my eye.
And you don't live in America now. I mean, it's like George W. Bush. He's still in America, so. I mean, I'm not saying you're a terrorist. I'm just saying. I mean, there's some indicators under the Patriot Act that maybe you get flagged for it.
Well, that George W. Bush will have to leave the U.S. at some point, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's gonna leave this earthly realm. We like George W. Bush now.
No, I was gonna say he's gonna flee to Paraguay to avoid war crimes.
No, Bernie Sanders isn't gonna win. He's fine.
That was something that people thought he was actually going to do because, like, back in 2007, like he actually purchased a lot of land in Paraguay.
Yeah, he's rich.
Paraguay is a really fucking weird place for a rich person to buy land.
He wants to go there and have slaves. Yeah, he's a terrible person. Yeah, he probably is. He has slaves there.
You can have slaves in Brazil.
Yeah, I mean,
what Paraguay doesn't have that Brazil has is it doesn't have an extradition treaty with the U.S.
I mean, I don't know. If I had that much money and shit, I might buy some land in Paraguay.
Do you even know anything about Paraguay?
No, it's got a funny name. That's a reason enough for me.
It's a swamp.
More like Paraguay.
Yeah, there you go. It's Paraguay. It's 2/3 swamp and 1/3 desert.
Great. I would just buy some swamp. I'll try to make a swamp thing.
And it's like a really fucking weird desert. Too. It's got spiders the size of laptops.
You are the size of a laptop. That didn't make any sense. You could like have that Louisiana life without having to live in Louisiana, right? You just live in a swamp. Sounds good. You get one of those little boats, one of those little aircraft things with a fan on the back. Sounds cool.
But then you don't get like the Cajun food.
But Cajun food is gross as fuck, so I don't care.
You don't like Cajun food?
No, what is it? They're just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna fucking throw a bunch of crawdads on a table.
Well, I know you don't like seafood, but
yeah, but it's like they just throw it on a table and they're like, oh, we put some taco spice on it. Like, just get out of here with that shit. Oh, gumbo, what is that? It's like, oh yeah, it's just intestine and soup. I'm like, great, yeah, give me more of that intestine soup, dude. No. And they speak French on top of that. Fuck that. Fuck the bayou. Well, come home, can't come home. You want something hard to come to a party? Get the fuck out of here. That shit is fucking retarded. No, fuck them. And you know what? I know I can say that because nobody here that's listening to this podcast is from the fucking bayou. You know why? Because they're retards who don't fucking speak English and have never heard of the internet ever in their entire lives. So yeah, go build a swamp kingdom over in fucking Paraguay. Fuck it. Sounds better. You want that? You want the aesthetic without the fucking people around? Paraguay. There you go. Justified it. George W. Bush, King 9/11, nailed it.
I was just going to say that one of our contributors is in Louisiana.
Gross.
I think he wants to leave.
Gross. Yeah, he should leave. It's gross. It's stupid. You're like, oh yeah, we just live in fucking... What? It's just is just a swamp that sometimes has fucking hurricanes. Give me a break. Fuck that.
I imagine they have a lot of shirtless people too because it's hot down there.
Yeah, they don't have any fucking shirts. They got alligators all the time. Like, people just marry alligators. Give me a break.
What do you have against alligators? Alligators are fucking awesome.
Alligators are just bullshit, dude. They're like crocodiles, except they don't hang out on the land like people.
Yeah, that's because they're better.
No. Dude, what are you fucking... You just gonna hang out in the tub all day? Fuck you. Get out of the bath. No, I hate that. Alligators are bullshit, man. Fucking hate alligators. I mean, they get giant, and I don't like anything that's related to a fucking dinosaur. Fuck that. Chickens, get out of here with this nonsense. We gotta get rid of all the birds and the reptiles. We'll be good. We'll do a fucking Mao thing on it, man. Let's just get rid of them.
Wait. You actually believe dinosaurs exist?
No, fuck no. That's bullshit. There was
good.
Yeah, there was like maybe 3 dinosaurs. Now they just have them all the time. They're making them out of alligator bones and chicken bones all the time. That's fucking fake bullshit, man. I'm not fucking dumb. I've been woke to the dinosaur thing since I was doing Hollywood Babylon back in the day, boy. I've been woke to dinosaurs for fucking years. That is a fucking made up thing. Now, I'm not sure who started it, but, you know, I have an inclination, and maybe they're just lying about the age of the earth. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it, but it's fucking bullshit. There's no goddamn dinosaurs.
I think the dinosaur bones were actually just giant birds.
Yeah, well, I mean, they say dinosaurs are giant birds anyway, and they just like don't draw feathers.
No, I mean
on them.
like big bird, like birds.
Hell yeah, dude! Fucking prehistoric Sesame Street. Oh, dude, Jurassic Park would be so much better. I'm drunk. Jurassic Park would be so much better if it was just Sesame Street, right? But it's Jurassic World, and it's Chris Pratt running from Big Bird. I'd watch that. I would watch that. I didn't watch Jurassic World. I'd watch the Big Bird one though.
Yeah, well, Oscar the Grouch spies on him from the dumpsters.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Oscar the Grouch is played by Newman from Seinfeld, like in the fucking original Jurassic Park.
And it ends with Bert and Ernie having gay sex.
Yeah, that's how every movie should end, though. Just out of nowhere, it's like, oh, the pianist, and then it's just hardcore Bert and Ernie fucking. I'd watch that.
I'm just spitballing here because my parents wouldn't let me watch Sesame Street.
Why?
Because they thought it was communist.
Oh, well, I don't think that's true, but
then again, they let me watch Barney the Dinosaur, so I question their judgment sometimes.
Yeah, I think your parents are just fucking morons, dude. I mean, I hate to break it to you. I don't mean to insult your parents, but their logic is deeply flawed.
Yeah, Barney the Dinosaur, I think, did more damage to people's psyches than Sesame Street ever did.
Well, wasn't the guy who played Barney into some weird shit or whatever? Wasn't there, like, in later years, a scandal with him?
Are you thinking of him or Pee Wee Herman?
No. Pee Wee Herman, different thing. He jerked off in a movie theater.
So the guy who played Barney was a child molester or something?
No. I think he was just into some weird sex shit. It came out later. He may, when I say weird sex shit, he may have just been gay. Like, he might have just been a gay dude. But I think he was into some weird shit. I don't know. Maybe I just made that up. But I think I remember. That could have just been a rumor that, you know, was started.
Man, is everyone involved in the world of children's programming this fucked up?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, dude, think about it. So, like, anybody who writes for the children's program, you got to think about, like, they probably, when they were 18, did not want to write children's stuff, right? They wanted to write the Great American Novel or, like, you know, Breaking Bad or fucking, you know, a great comedy like Seinfeld or something. And then instead they got stuck writing fucking Teletubbies. And it's like, what's the fucking writing for that? You know? So it's like, how do you fill the void? Satanic child rape. I think that's, you know.
We've just solved the mystery of the pedophiles of Hollywood. The only reason they're doing it is because they're driven mad over the fact that over the garbage they're forced to do.
Because they'll never write for the New York Times. So they're done, you know.
We've found the answer. We found the answer to Jeffrey Epstein. We found the answer to Harvey Weinstein. who, by the way, did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, well, he probably raped somebody or something, but like, what's the point of being a producer if you can't get some poon? Because like, otherwise, it's just fucking paperwork, you know? Like,
well, they're prosecuting him. Like, they dropped a bunch of charges, but like the ones they're like individual sexual encounters from years ago, but after the statute of limitations expired. With women whom he had perfectly consensual sexual encounters, like in the same span of time.
Yeah, it's
like they're complaining about one incident out of like what, dozens.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. They just had to take somebody down, and like, you remember Miramax was like a fucking huge deal. I'm not saying Harvey is not a fucking creep. He's a total creepazoid. I mean, the whole jerking off into a plant thing, totally believe that. Like, who does that, you sicko? But you know, rule of law is important. You gotta get them on the right stuff. You can't just be like, he's a creep. Like, you can't go to jail for being a creep.
Because otherwise you'd be in jail.
No, I'm not a creep at all. I'm actually extremely charming, you faggot. I also have really good social skills, jackass.
Sure. Whatever you say, man. Look.
Yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about? So we're about an hour here. I wouldn't mind keep going, but I gotta pee.
Sure. Let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Just a few days ago, the press and the pundits had declared the campaign dead. And then came South Carolina, and they had something to say about it. And we're told, well, when you got to Super Tuesday, it'd be over. Well, it may be over for the other guy. Tell that to the folks in Virginia, North Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Minnesota, and maybe even Massachusetts. It's too close to call.
CNN can now project that Joe Biden will win the state of Texas.
But things are looking awful good.
Look, Pat, here's the deal. Get your words straight, Jack.
Looking awful good.
You want to check my shape on? Let's do push-ups.
And we're back. We were talking about radio. We were talking about fucked up children's programming. We were talking about Me Too. I was thinking about ancient Greek ruins and the pee break. What were you thinking about, Bryden?
I really, it was a really zen moment for me.
You just emptied your mind of all thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't think about a fucking thing. It was great. The only thing I thought about was like, what bumper am I gonna put in there? And I was like, it was really funny when I did that one where it was just peeing. I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Juggs thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about anything. See, like, some people, you know, they meditate or whatever. Like, no, dude, I just drink. Like, I can get to a center when I just drink a bunch of fucking PBR, and I think that says something more about society than me, you know, because I've just found a loophole to nirvana through just drinking.
Well, it also says things about your horrible choice of beer, but we'll leave that.
No. That's a conscious choice, dude. I used to drink better beer, you know. But I got sick of it, and I didn't have PBR for so long that I've gone back to it now.
So basically, like, after not drinking it for years, you can enjoy it again.
Yeah, you know, and it's like that's great. It's it's incredible because like nothing beats a shot of Fireball and then PBR out of a tall can. Nothing beats it because it reminds me of like when I was 22.
22 and poor and
Yeah,
hipster.
yeah. I mean, now I think to a certain degree I'm still a fucking hipster, but you know, whatever.
I got a funny story about that. Like my grandfather, like he used to really love PBR, but when he found out that urban people were drinking it to like be cool, like he just abruptly switched to Keystone Light and never touched PBR again for the rest of his life.
Keystone Light I don't like, but Keystone Ice is fucking good.
Yeah, Keystone Light is like the drink of poor college students.
Well, see, that's the thing is it's like PBR when I first started drinking it was pretty cheap, and then the price of it just fucking skyrocketed. I mean, but also like I mean, shit, I'm 32 now. I started drinking it when I was 18. You know, so it's like how much is inflation? How much is it? It got picked up by hipsters, but yeah, I mean, PBR is just like a solid beer. I like it better than the Yingling. I like it way better than Bud Light. Coors Light is disgusting. Well, not disgusting. It's just like you can't get drunk off of it. I have a theory now that because I think I have the coronavirus, and that's where my coughing has been coming from. And I think Erica has it, but women tend to be less symptomatic when they have it, and we're both, you know, younger people. So
by the way, I don't have it. The coughing is from my vape.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't hit a vape because you're a girl. But I think I'm a frontiersman. Okay, this is my theory. I'm a frontiersman, right? Because like back in the day, people didn't like go to the fucking doctor, right? You just drank whiskey, and then you got over it or you died. And I'm just drinking whiskey through this. You know, I've been coughing for like the past week, and then sometimes I get a little dizzy, you know, a little lightheaded. So I think it's coronavirus. Now that has not stopped me from interacting with people or going to the store or anything like that. So I mean, they may die. But I think I'm getting over the coronavirus through just drinking because I'm a frontiersman.
I'm extremely disappointed in you, Bryden, for not going to any retirement homes.
You know, if I thought I could make some money there, I would.
You gotta, like, you know, apply for a job there or volunteer with Meals on Wheels.
Oh, dude,
you have to do your part. You have to be the change you want to see in the world.
What about Deals on Wheels? And you just go and you haggle with old people.
There's an idea for you.
Yeah. You just like buy their memorabilia from senile people for like really cheap. Yeah, it's like Antique Roadshow, except the reverse. Yeah,
I'm confident I don't have coronavirus because I'm not sick. I did a few days ago. I'm in Greece now. When I was flying out of Georgia. Doesn't look like people there are too worried. The immigration and flight crew were all masked up, but the people traveling weren't. When I got to Greece, no one was wearing masks. People here don't really seem to care.
Yeah, I mean, I got a trip down to Texas. I got to do at the end of the month, and there's been some cases there. But again, I'm not 70 years old, so. What I've been telling people is you're going to get it. They
haven't canceled it yet. They canceled South by Southwest.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was well, there was like big petitions and like I mean, I don't know, people were all fucking in a tizzy about it, but it's like people were in a tizzy about fucking Ebola, you know, when that was a thing, and like Ebola is way worse. So I'm just not worried. I know everybody wants to be worried because they're bored and shit, but I don't really care about it. I don't think it.
Well, I do remember when the coronavirus was getting started.
I was scared of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you were freaking out. I told you to consume more zinc, and your words were, Coronavirus will not stop the goddamn zinc will not stop the goddamn coronavirus, Matt. Get past the zinc, we're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm just because like, here's my logic behind it, right? If it were a big deal, the media would not be having a fucking field day and freaking out about it. I don't trust those guys. I don't trust them. So if they're freaking out about it, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, here's a way to look at it. Maybe the reason Trump is not concerned about it is because he knows it's an Israeli bioweapon.
Okay. I mean, that's a great theory, but let's not take blame away from the animals in the communist country of China.
Well, here's something. Yeah, well, I'm sure you.
Jews are responsible for pretty much all the stuff except this.
Well, I'm gonna throw something interesting at you, Bryden. I'm sure you know that coronavirus is really rampaging through the leadership of Iran.
Yeah, they're also old.
10% of their parliaments got it. A bunch of their top officials have got it. A few have died from it already.
Yep.
Well, apparently the coronavirus strain in Iran is one that is more lethal than the regular one.
Dude, Israel's so fucking based. If you cannot respect Israel, I mean, and they're already like, oh yeah, we're working on a vaccine. Like, they're like 10 days away from a vaccine or some gay shit. Like, dude, yeah, if you can't respect Israel, I don't know. Like, hate the player, not the game, dude. Or... Yeah. I mean, it is amusing, but like, if it is in fact a Zionist bioweapon, we really don't have to worry. Hell no, those are our buds over there until we got ships over near them or whatever, or we become inconvenient. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get blame away from communist China, because like hopefully the one good thing that happens from coronavirus is that people see why I look at China and go, yeah, they're a bunch of fucking commie animals. Just a bunch of fucking animals over there. Like, the government, not the people.
Did you know that the Chinese are now demanding the world apologize for them? For all the sacrifices they've made to contain coronavirus?
Yeah.
What is it with Asians always wanting like this approval from white people?
I don't know.
It reminds me like the Chris Rock script. It's like, I take care of my kids. You're supposed to, you dumb motherfucker. Well, I try to contain a virus. You're supposed to do that, you dumb Chinese motherfucker.
Yeah, you made it, idiot. Like, we all know. You made it. It got out of hand over there, dude. You're the guys. You're responsible. You made it. You made the thing. I don't know, but I think they're hyping it up too because they lost the trade war. I mean, they don't care about killing tens of thousands of their own people. They don't give a shit.
Oh yeah,
they have fucking death camps. If you convert to Islam in China, you go into a fucking death camp.
Oh yeah. There was a few weeks ago the Chinese discovered a way to cure coronavirus by doing a lung transplant. So if you're a political dissident or a Uyghur, you better watch your organs, guys.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, the thing is, like, if you're a young person, I just don't see the issue. I mean, I know people are freaking out, and there's reasons to freak out. I understand that, but whenever this all fucking is not a thing anymore, just remember, Bryden told you it's not a big fucking deal, and everybody will forget that they freaked out about it. So, I mean, it's not good. It's not good. If you have a grandma, shit, dude, your grandma might get it. And I believe you're going to get it. I do believe you will get it eventually. But it's not going to be a big deal for you. You're going to get over it, or you're going to go to the doctor. Because, like, yeah, the insurance system may suck over here, but we do have the best healthcare in the world. And I don't believe that our healthcare system is going to collapse the way that, like, places like Italy is struggling, I mean, it just goes to show you that those countries suck. Those countries do just suck. It's I don't know. And people get mad about this and leave mean comments or whatever. I mean, that's fine. I really don't give a shit. At the end of the day, you're not going to die of the fucking coronavirus, and then I'll be right, and you'll forget that I ever said this. So,
you will, however, be sterile.
Oh yeah, no, but most of you should be. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, let's just be completely honest. What are you into? Books? Like, you just come on. Like, you weren't gonna fuck anyway, all right?
Well, I mean, look at on the bright side. Like I said, unprotected sex, no worries anymore.
Well, I mean, AIDS is still a thing, so yeah, you should still wear a condom.
Has anyone ever gotten AIDS? From
Yeah.
sex?
Yeah. No, they have.
No, they haven't.
They have. It's still a thing.
Okay, explain to me how that works.
Well, because the blood in the uteral wall or whatever the fuck it is, it's there's always blood up in there. All right, a little bit while you're doing your business.
Yeah, but
vaginal
sex is extremely low risk.
Yeah, but low risk.
Now,
is
if you're
not
having
no
anal
risk.
sex, that's the other.
Also, if you're fucking a bitch and you don't put it in her ass, like, what kind of man are you? You know?
Man who doesn't like poop on his dick?
No. See, the only reason the reason that you have anal sex is because they don't like it.
That's the problem. They all like it now.
We gotta find something they don't like. Have we tried throwing eggs at them?
There's an idea.
Yeah, let's just start. Next time you hook up with a chick, keep an egg in your pocket. Smash it on her forehead right as you come.
Surprise!
Yeah. And then leave and tell her your name is Daryl. That'll just confuse her for the rest of her fucking life. She'll be traumatized from that. Just forever. Women are fragile. You will ruin that girl's life. She will be a stripper in fucking no time. She'll have an OnlyFans in fucking no time. And then the next leak, the next hack that comes from that, you can see naked pictures of her. It'll be, fantastic.
A bonus point if she's a virgin.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if you're, you gotta have sex with virgins only. You gotta wear a shirt. They used to have those members only jackets. We're gonna make a line virgins only. And bonus, we can sell those to incels as well. This is stupid.
but yeah, guys, like for real, the only way you can get AIDS from heterosexual sex is if you're having sex with side hookers. And this is a medical fact.
And if you sneeze in their mouths, you should do that. Also, you should just sneeze in their mouths.
I don't think they allow you to do that.
It doesn't matter. They're property. It's like a rent-a-car. You just get the insurance on them.
Nah. They're actually pretty strict about that kind of thing. Listen. Because I talked about the kind of stuff with Matt Lawrence on the last show. Like the tie hookers, they all insist that you wear condoms. They don't let you kiss them on the mouth.
Why would you kiss a hooker on the mouth?
So you can pretend like you have a girlfriend, that you aren't an unfuckable loser, Bryden. It's not that hard.
Nah, you don't want to kiss him on the mouth. There was a dick in there, like 10 minutes ago.
You think the guy cares?
Nah, Nah.
We're talking about people who go to Thailand for sex vacations. They're not exactly on the totem pole high on the totem pole of desirability, right?
Yeah, but I mean coronavirus. Look, listen. I'm calling for a total and complete shutdown of kissing hookers on the mouth until we can figure out what the hell is going on. That's a throwback, man. That's a throwback.
That is a throwback.
I missed that one. That was a good one. He was great. He was just like, no Muslims. And we all voted for him.
Well, he's still doing good shit. I mean, he completely destroyed...
He's just a Republican president. He's not done anything special besides just be a Republican president. Which means great, the economy's better. Because that's what happens every time you have a Republican president. Your taxes are lower? Oh, shocker. I don't know, just elect Republicans. Dude.
Mike Bloomberg spent millions of dollars trying to buy the presidency, and Trump ethered his campaign by calling him short. How is that not awesome?
Yeah, no, it's awesome, but you also got to give a little respect to Warren. I mean, she fucking Chris Christie'd her. She did the Chris Christie move. Like, you remember when Christie destroyed Rubio? That's Warren just fucking kamikaze, because like she knew she was never coming back from like lying about Sanders. She tanked as soon as she made up that lie about Sanders, and then she just was like, fuck Michael Bloomberg, and was like, NDAs, women, and then it was done. It was done for him. I mean, it was incredible. And like, what's great about the whole Bloomberg thing is that anytime anybody ever says that, you know, you can buy an election or whatever, you can just point to Mike Bloomberg and go, yeah, it's not possible, at least on that level, because the guy spent $500 million. And, yeah, he didn't get fucking anywhere. I mean, that might be because he's an unlikable K, you know, but he was everywhere. I mean, like, I do not see ads, you know, I don't see advertisements most of the time. And even I saw fucking Mike Bloomberg advertisements. The guy was everywhere. He won American Samoa because I'm pretty sure he just put up a billboard on the one road they have going through that place of him.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been there.
I forgot it existed. I was like, oh, they have a primary?
The only reason I know that it exists because that's where Tulsi Gabbard was born.
Yeah, and she got a delegate. You know, do you know she didn't drop out? I assume she dropped out. The media is just blacked out on her.
Oh yeah. In fact, there's another debate coming up, and it's either next week or the week after. And they already changed the rules to exclude her.
I mean, that's bullshit. I don't like Tulsi. Like, the unironic fucking Tulsi support from, like, our side of the internet just cracked me up. Because, one, she's not even that hot. Too much toot-to-gun ratio. She's got a crater face. She's fucking gross looking. But, like, I mean, them titties ain't retarded. Like, I mean, I'm into that. But, you know, it's like, her policies are what? Assad is cool. Well, Assad's not cool. And, like, you know, no war, great. Okay, I'm into that. You know who else hasn't done any fucking wars? Donald Trump. So, like, get the fuck out of here with this nonsense, dude. The unironic support of Democratic candidates on our side of the internet is laughable as fuck. And it shows a lack of understanding of politics and a just general boredness. You know, it's really inward behavior of people that just constantly want to be fucking oppressed. It's, you know, you constantly want to be the underdog and shit like that. It's fucking annoying. Oh, I can't wait to bring the show back. This shit just pisses me the fuck off. It's so annoying.
I'm so glad you brought up the crater face. Tulsi Gabbard has that from all the cream she has to apply to keep her chlamydia down.
Oh, dude, she got the clap?
Dude, she was in the army. Okay,
yeah.
She is a fucking skank.
Her body though is like fucking stellar. I gotta say. I mean, she looks good, but like you gotta bag it.
Yeah, you definitely gotta bag it. Even if coronavirus, sterilizes your testicles, gotta bag it with Tulsi.
Like, dude, like imagine that fucking O-face with those Meg Ryan gums. Ugh, God, no.
Well, you could also stick a bag over her head.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. You know what's sad? I guarantee somebody has stuck a bag over a bitch's head and banged her. That's got to be a self-esteem ruiner right there. But you know what he didn't do? Smash a fucking egg on her forehead. I'm digging that. Just do that. Smash an egg on a bitch's forehead.
I am going to do that next week.
No, don't do that. That's a horrible thing to do.
You just said to do it, Bryden.
Yeah, not somebody I know. Well, I mean, God, you'd be a monster. Like these people that I don't ever have to meet or like interact with. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go be a fucking asshole. I mean, that's funny, but like I don't want to know anybody that's ever done something like that. Good God. I mean, it's pretty funny. I don't know. Just don't. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You know, not that I respect women or anything, but like, I mean, that's like assault. You know.
Well, let's see.
It's exalt. It's exalt.
It's exalt.
It's exalt.
Well, that's the advantage of being in another country. You can just flee.
Oh my God, dude, you're a fucking serial killer. That's. Jesus Christ. No, you can't. That's not. You don't. Nope. Not that one. No. That's rough. That's not good.
Come on, Brian.
Nope. Don't condone it. Can't condone it. Not on board. Disavow. Not doing it. Not on board. Listen, I am a comedian, and the things that I say ever are not to be taken seriously unless at a later time I say that they were. All right, that's the comedian's paradox. All right. It's, I think it's called Schrodinger's Schrodinger's douchebag. I think it's what it's called. Is I can say whatever I want and it's not serious unless you guys like it, in which case it was.
Yeah. You think now would be a good time to end the show?
Yeah.
After all these horrible accusations against me.
Yeah, I mean, you got women to kill or something, so yeah. Don't you have some videotapes to return?
I don't get that joke.
American Psycho. I have to return some videotapes.
I've only seen that movie once.
It's good. You know that they almost casted Leonardo DiCaprio instead of what's this fucking Batman?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, they almost got Leonardo DiCaprio.
That would have been a mistake.
Really?
Christian Bale is perfect in that movie because he's very plastic and fake looking.
Yeah, but so is Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, I think it would have been a different movie, but I mean, they're both actual sociopaths. So I think that either one of them would have done okay. It just would have been a different movie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. Anyway, since we're at the end of the show, Bryden, anything you want to plug?
No, I mean, Right to Bryden comes back in May. Right now, you can go D-Live and just Bryden on D-Live. I'm over there almost every day doing something, playing video games. Or last night, I just for 6.5 hours, Matt, I just fucking watched commercials from 1990 to 2008.
Yeah, I saw that. There was a stream you did last week where you just were playing train videos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I just went train hopping simulator. That's something I'm sometimes doing when I go to bed. I just go to bed and then turn on folk music and then turn on a point of view train videos. They're relaxing as shit.
And you weren't there, and people were I assume that was just some kind of troll because people were expecting you to show up and you never did.
Oh, yeah. No, I was asleep. Oh, dude, one time on YouTube, I when I was doing regular streams on YouTube and shit like that, I once just set up my webcam on a bowl of fruit and just turn on the Jet Set Radio soundtrack and just let it play all the way through. And people were waiting for me to show up. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that sounds. I think you mentioned that to me before. That's hilarious.
That's fucking good.
But yeah, go to dlive.tv/Broughton to watch him playing video games or watching really shitty reality TV. The favorite thing you've done recently was that when you were doing the show about the overweight bitches.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Was it
did you run out of episodes or something?
Oh yeah. That was. I went through the whole season. So I mean, there's a season 2, but I can't deal with Fat Ass Love or whatever it's called.
Bigger is better or whatever.
Yeah. It was Big Love or something. I don't know. It was fun, but I mean, the way I like to do it, right, is I call them body retards, emotional retards, and mind retards, right? You have to go through you can't just do too many body retards because then you're just a fucking asshole. You can't do too many mind retards in a row because then you're just a fucking asshole. Emotional retards, you can get away with a lot more of that, but it just angers me because that's mostly trannies and shit. I feel that if any normal person saw any of this shit, it's just me laughing my ass off at people with Down syndrome. But the way I figure, if you cycle through it, you're not an asshole because you're making fun of everybody, kind of.
Equal time.
Yeah, sometimes black people, a lot of times black people. But equal time. I make fun of everybody equally. I mean, we've never had just a well-adjusted white man that I've laughed at, but I try. I would if you send me one.
Well, I mean, you did have the show about people trying to have babies when they had AIDS.
Oh yeah, but that's not well adjusted. Those are emotional retards.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're a Russian guy marrying a woman with AIDS, yeah, you're kind of retarded.
That was hilarious. They were just like, oh, let's have a baby. I'm like, even if there's a chance that they have AIDS, what the fuck is your problem? They're like, oh, I'm selfish. Like, these people are awful. But what are you going to do?
Terrible people. You can see terrible people every night at dlive.tv/Bryden. As for me, you can check out mattforney.com. You can check out my Telegram at t.me/mattforney. My YouTube, my DLive will be in the description. I was streaming Deus Ex for last week.
I got a question real quick. Sure. You know Telegram was created by the CIA, right?
It was?
Yeah, dude. It's like common fucking knowledge now, and it's amazing that everybody keeps using it.
Fuck.
It's, oh my gosh, yeah, okay. But yeah, keep going. That's fine. I mean, you're probably fine. You don't do anything illegal on there. I mean, it's just like, it's fucking hilarious.
Well, Tor was also created by the CIA. So.
Yeah, so what are you going to do?
The CIA created the internet.
The CIA kind of kicks ass, let's be honest.
Not really. DIA is cooler.
I don't even know what that is. They sound really cool.
Yeah, DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, keep going. You fucking fed. Everybody go to Matt's Telegram.
Okay, yeah. Go to my Telegram while it's still up. Go to my website, go to my YouTube, go to my DLive. I've been streaming Deus Ex, like I said. I'll probably stream later this week when I get some time. And that will do it for this episode of Terror House Radio. Be sure to check in every day at Terror House Magazine, terrorhousemag.com for our latest publications. Check out our books at Terror House Press at terrorhousepress.com. Follow our social media links in the description. And don't forget that you can always check out past episodes of Terror House Radio at terrorhouseradio.com. Terror House Radio is produced by Bryden Proctor and presented by Jugs. Intro music by Meme Extremist, images by Non-Carborundum. Now with the bastards grind you down, I'm Matt Forney with Bryden Proctor and out.